start off with finding a circular object in your household. You're going to lay that object in the middle of your paper and then you're going to trace around it. Make sure to go back and clean up any lines that are on the outside of the circle. Next, we'll be creating the top of the eye. If there are any parts that are on the outside of this line that we are creating, we're just going to go back and erase those in the end. Then you're going to be doing the same thing for the bottom. You're going to want to go up and connect them both. For the next step, you're going to want both ends of the eye to be linear. So you're going to want them both to be the same. As you can see, I use my homemade ruler to line it up, and now I'm going to go back and fix that. Next step, you're going to want to find another circular object. As you can see, the highlighter was too small for me, so I went in later and found a different object. That way I can create the pupil, the perfect size pupil. You're going to use your circular object to create another circle. This circle is going to be the pupil of the eye. Now that I finished that, I'm just going to go back and erase any of the lines that I do not want inside of my eye or around my eye. To the left of my eye, I'm just going to create that little inner corner that's usually pink in your eye. At the top of the eye, you're going to create an eyelid. You're going to do the same thing for the bottom. It took me some time to find the right placement for where I wanted to add the bottom line, but that's something you can always play around with as you go along. Moving on to the next step, we're going to create eyelashes. With time as you go on, you're going to want to add a tilt to the eyelashes, so it's better just to kind of watch than for me to explain. Now you're going to see that I'm adding clouds. This is the same thing that Rene had within his eye, but he also just incorporated his own way. You can see later on I'm going to incorporate something else that was not included inside of Rene's piece. I decided to add a cute little sun that was a part of the clouds. You're also free to add your own type of imagination to this area, and it'll be so fun and so unique to see what you come up with. But if you also want to keep it traditional, just like Rene's, that is perfectly fine. You can see that I go back and I kind of keep playing around with the placement of the line that I put beneath the eye, just because it seemed a little off to me, which you can always do when you're doing with art. You always have that opportunity or time to go back and erase things. Next, you're going to erase the line that was drawn across to help make the eye more linear. You're going to want to remove that from your piece. Next, I'm going to grab my light blue watercolor pencil and I'm gonna start to color in the sky. You have the option of just coloring it in like a regular, or you can also color it in and then add the water with your paintbrush to create that watercolor effect. Next, you're going to go in with that yellow watercolor pencil, and you're just going to color it in brightly. But you can see that I used my eraser just to erase any lines that I had made previously for the sun. After, you're going to grab your black watercolor pencil and you're going to outline the pupil. You're going to outline it and then you're going to color it in dark. After you finish coloring in the pupil, you're going to also go back and color in the eyelashes. And along the way, you can also outline the eye, the eyeball, along with any of the clouds and the sun. As I outline the eyelashes, you can kind of see me change up the placement just because I wanted something to look more natural than what I have previously put when I used the pencil. Now you can see that I'm going in with that colored pencil and I'm coloring in the eyelashes dark. You're going to do this for every single eyelash. Next, I'm going to add that color skin tone to the face that is around the eyes. I am using my brown colored pencil. You are free to add in yellow to the skin tone along with the brown. If you have a darker brown that you want to use, or if you want to use a lighter brown, you can. Just make sure that when you're getting close to the eyelashes, you erase any of the previously made pencil marks. For the final step, you're gonna use that black colored pencil to outline the eyelid that you made on the top and also the bottom. You're also free to color in that tear duct in the left corner of the eye, red or even pink. Make sure to go back and erase any of the lines that were previously made. This last step is optional. If you want to add watercolor to that part of the sky, you are free to. If you just want to leave it as it is, you can also do that. Don't forget to share your work with me. I am so excited to see what you guys come up with.